all this bullshit. Mauricio Suleiman allowed Devin Haney and Prograis, knowing he allowed that fight, knowing that Devin Haney was over the 15% rehydration clause. Why did he allow that fight? And why did he give him that belt or take the belt? Why? When Mauricio told Devin Haney, you're above the rehydration clause. So what happened there, bro? What
Yeah,
happened there?
Gervonta Davis, Coach Kenny, and I, we were actually speaking upon that exactly.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've
yeah.
seen.
I haven't seen that yet, but wasn't that kind of weird that how it happened? I mean, here you are, the president of WBC, and you know for a fact that you know the rules, but yet you're going to allow it, and you're going to allow the belt be taken away and give it to someone else, knowing that you specifically told Devin that you're above the rehydration clause. I mean, that's sad. That's corruption, bro. That's bad.
Yeah, his Coach Kenny's exact words was,
Yeah,
what I asked him, what is your reaction to, Devin getting his O back? He's like, hey, it is what it is. He found it in his system, but while
yeah.
we're out here digging from the past, why don't we just have Regis Progress have his belt back because of
I
the
would,
situation?
I would love that. Yeah, I mean, but again, that's not my battle.
Hmm.
That's Progray's battle. But if I were Progray and his coach, bro, I would instantly. Of course, bro, because you have the backing of Mauricio Suleiman, who specifically said it. So, and and I'm gonna tell him someday when I see him, because sometimes I'm having dinner with Lupe Valencia, Ryan's manager, advisor, and Suleiman will come and approach us and say hello to us. So next time he does that, I'm gonna say, hey, I've got a question for you. Why did you allow that fight? I'm gonna put him right on the spot, and I hope he has a good answer because I'm gonna say, well, that was wrong of you, and that's why Ryan says belts don't matter because
Mm.
of that kind of shit.
So now Devin and Ryan are going back and forth on Twitter. Um, they're talking about a rematch. As far as the rematch is concerned, do you feel like the pops, you think you guys will go straight into that after the suspension?
I wouldn't want that because it's he's not worth it, bro. And I'm gonna talk to my son. I haven't talked to him for about 2 weeks now, and I don't think it's necessary. Um, he's he knows his stock is down, so he wants to maybe talk to Ryan and get his popularity back. That's the only reason why he wants to do it. And of course, he'll make millions. So it's all about money for him now. That's why he mentioned the stock going down because now he can't make that type of money. It's easy to figure out, man. It's not that hard.
So, do you believe that he needs Ryan at this moment of time?
I mean, a lot of people need Ryan because Ryan brings out the money in people. He does. I mean, they pay Ryan good, so they're gonna have to pay the other opponent good. Just like whoever fights Canelo, they're gonna have to pay the other fighter too. So it is what it is.
I mean, you know, Haney goes and says this would be one of the biggest fights of all time. Your son says no. The rematch with Tank will be. What is your response to that?
I totally agree, man. Because if Tank's willing to do a catch weight without the rehydration
He
clause,
said
and
40.
he said 40,
He said 40.
that's kind of hard for Ryan. But again, I haven't talked to Ryan about that. To be honest with you, I haven't even talked to him for 2 weeks. and I hope he's doing okay. I haven't talked to him.
Leave a message for your boy.
Ryan, if you're listening, you better call me because I want to see how you're doing. I hope you're doing fine, and I love you. Just give me a call.
So rematch does happen. Is it how does it go? Like, is it
If
different?
the
Like,
rematch happens, I'm gonna have just Ryan fucking drink water. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do. Drink water and kick his ass. I mean, hey Ryan, there's no way Devin can beat Ryan. There's no way because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why. Ryan honestly was drinking heavily every day. I told you that. Okay. And what he did at the weigh-in, that was apple cider. And that's the truth. But aside from that, he was drinking tequila. He was. And I couldn't stop him. I don't know what happened. I couldn't stop him. And he was staying up. He was staying. He was staying up late. He was like eating. I mean, it was like oof. But man, when Ryan it trains like he did Duarte, I told you a long time ago, he would kill Devin. I mean, it would be ugly, ugly, bro. So this 10-month suspension is probably a good thing because I need my son to be on track. I would love for him to be on track. But again, I can't force my son. I could give him the advice, but he's an adult. He's a grown man. I can only offer him the advice and to say this is a good time to straighten out some issues in your life. And that's it.
as far as his mental is concerned, I mean, I know that you spoke upon, that you haven't spoke to him in 2 weeks, but like when you have spoken to him, how is his mental? Ryan's mental.
Ryan's good. Ryan's good when I speak to him. He's very, active. He's coherent. He's good. But again, I don't know. I'm not with him like I am in camp. So it's just little conversation. Hey, Dad, what's up? That's it. But nothing, nothing to spend time with him. We don't spend enough time together
No.
to really get a feel of what he's thinking right now. Again, I haven't spoken to him 2 weeks, maybe longer.
How does that feel that you don't have that time?
I feel bad. I feel sad because I'm his father, and I know he needs me right now. Why doesn't he call me? I can call him, but he doesn't answer.
Do, do you know if he has a mentor, somebody that he can speak to?
That's a good question. No, no, not right now. It would be me if he calls me, but somebody else is in his ear. I don't know who, but not for the right reason. Because he needs to work out those issues. Okay? And I'm saying this as a father, not as a mean father, as a loving father. He needs to correct these issues before other things happen in his life. So I want to protect him and give him the best advice a father can give to his son. It is what it is.
Those issues you speak upon, Henry. If you could elaborate, what are those specifically?
I believe he's still drinking, and that's a major issue. That's
Yeah.
if you drink and you drink every day, you will soon become an alcoholic and not even know it. If you crave it, you're an alcoholic. If you wake up and think about it, you're an alcoholic. Again, I haven't seen my son. I haven't talked to him. But if he's doing that, that's what I'm talking about, where he needs to clear that up. Because the only way you could defend yourself is when you're sober and you're coherent.
Right.
But
Right.
you're gonna let things are too loose, and people will take advantage of you. People will take your money, and people will just they would just try to destroy you. You got to be careful. And if
Can
you don't have somebody around to protect you that loves you, then it can get pretty bad.
give me a description of, like, when you're seeing your son develop into this young man, coming into a grown man, and
Right.
he takes his first loss, and with Gervonta Tank Davis, mentally that does something to you as a fighter, but then comes in here with a big victory with Haney, and then this happens. Can you speak upon how those, like, the differences that you see in a father when it comes down to that type of adversity from your son?
Yeah, I mean, I see it as a huge distraction because he had the momentum. The momentum. Everything was going great. But something happened right after the Duarte fight. And I really want to pinpoint that. I really want to pinpoint. I want to do my own investigation because I'm being honest. It was like a 360. I've never seen anything like it. Never. Never. I am shocked myself. So something happened that turned everything around completely. Completely. It's just unbelievable.
Henry, how does this happen when it comes down to Bill Haney saying he does not want the rematch, Devin saying he does not want the rematch, and then all of a sudden everybody wants the rematch? Do you really feel like the rematch will happen?
At this point, I would have to talk to my son and talk to him
Truthfully,
about it.
you all right on the way you look at it, though, from
Yeah.
a, like, they were saying no. Why yes all of a sudden?
Again, I told you it's between Devin and Ryan because Devin needs Ryan. Bill is an adult. Bill knows the truth. And Bill probably says, damn, if Ryan was acting so weird and still gave my son an ass kicking, could you imagine if he straightens out his issues? He'll kill my son. So, of course, the father's going to say no, Bill. But Haney needs Ryan to bring up his style. And that's the truth.
Mm, wow.
Mm. Yep.
Denzel, thank you for the $8. People think traces of Ostarine helped Devin not see the left hook for 12 rounds. Shake my head. Thank you,
Come on.
Denzel.
Yeah. No, it's not true because Ryan did that to a lot of fighters. Fortuna. He did to Fonseca. He did to Romero Duno. I mean, my son's dangerous in the ring. So forget this Austrian stuff. You know, his left hook and his other punches are very dangerous. So I don't care what people say. You've seen Ryan's career. Come on, And if you want to take Devin's side, good luck. But any fighter that has power and is as tall as Devin, or maybe a little taller, is gonna have the same result as
Mm,
Ryan. And that's a fact. I know it because look at Devin. I've known him since he was 9 years old. You don't think I know Devin?
mm,
You don't think so? These people don't know Devin like I know Devin. The
mm.
father knows that. Bro, I could tell you about a lot of guys that I know. that are professionals because I've known them way back then, and their styles don't change much. So
Same bad
I can't
habits.
lie. Same bad habits, same punches. This is how you beat him. I told Ryan, what you did to him in Montreal, go after him. Don't worry, Dad, I will. Same, same result. Same result. So, you know, the only reason why Devin got those belts because Devin got there first before Ryan. Remember, Devin started his career first.
Right, right, right. So 100%. So obviously, this rematch for Devin is probably the biggest draw for him in his career, as far
Yeah,
as people wanting the Sandor Martin fight. Do you feel like that was a tough fight for Devin?
they know it. Yep, that's a dangerous fight. I wouldn't do it because then his stock will really go down. If he gets dropped, which I think he would, it would hurt his career even more so. So if I were him, here's my advice: pick a guy that doesn't have power and that is okay, but doesn't have that much power. That's the guy that you build yourself up again. But you want to prove like Cambosa says, well, I want another rematch with Devin Haney, and he talked other. He still got his ass kicked. So be careful. And I'm saying this to him because I've known him since he was 9 years old. But don't go after Ryan because Ryan will kill you if he's straightened out his issues. Be careful. Ryan will destroy you and retire you like he did Luke Campbell. Ryan is very dangerous in that ring. Very dangerous. Trust me on that. Very dangerous. I see my son Sean hitting the bag, and he's dangerous. He's developed that man strength. So I feel sorry for Fernando for Amado Vargas.
Mono, yeah.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him because he's gonna see something that he's never felt before. I've seen it. I'm being honest. I've seen it.